Hi there, this is Gatebuster202 welcoming you to FFT Arena. I am doing a series of videos that will cover um, several concepts in Arena. I'm expecting that you're coming into this game with a little bit of knowledge of Final Fantasy Tactics and how it works, or at least tactical-based simulators and other games, tactical RPGs. Hopefully you will understand some of the basic concepts like PA and MA, physical attack and magical attack, respectively, Brave and Faith, how all these things interact. So this is what the patch looks like on the outside. You can get this PPF to patch your clean ISO on Final Fantasy Tactics FFH. It's our wonderful forum. We're in the arena subforum. As you can see, I'm playing the emulator a little bit fast. That helps when we're doing matches because they normally run a little slow. So I've got several test teams here loaded up from the mem card gen. If you need help getting your mem card gen or building your team with the memory card generator, the Excel spreadsheet, and workbooks, just let us know on the forum. I may do a video about it if you really want one. Alright, so this is our deep dungeon. You can go in here, you can select your maps. We have improved this from previous iterations, as others have mentioned already. Small, medium, and large maps are now listed with an S, M, or L, respectively. You can pick those to play, or you can hit your triangle key and go to formations, and you can look at the two teams you have loaded. So on top we have two teams I've built to talk about. I did a jumping team. We just brought down the accessibility of jump increments in this latest update. And on the bottom, I did a status team. So on top, you have a jumping monk with high PA, low MA, high brave to maximize his physical damage, low faith to reduce the incoming statuses and spells. He really loaded up some damage with the Dragon Whisper. If you hit select, you can look at all these things. I did Servantarius to ignore compats. Dragon Whisper, high damage. Of course, we give the formulas anytime you hit the help section. There's that. Chakra Band over here is a bunch of different status immunities for a little bit of HP. Also reduces my speed a bit. That's okay. Power Sleeve, more power. Self-explanatory. Feather Boots, extra point of move, extra point of jump. Always float, which means you're nullifying Earth. Even if you hit the ground somehow, which you can't, you'll continue to nullify Earth. And don't move is also ignored. The monk has a few punch arts. He has Stigma Magic, Chakra, and Revive. You can see that if you just click on the unit twice, and then you go into your skill sets. You won't change anything, but you got Stigma Magic, Chakra, and Revive on top of some jumps. Jump range 5, vertical 6. Okay. Also has Dragon Spirit. Dragon Spirit lets him get re-raise, equip polearm, gave him that wonderful spear to maximize that jump formula. Jumps get stronger when you use spears, everything else just hits. And jump +1. So he has a jump of 6. The jump formula has been changed. Whatever your base jump is divides into 7, and that is the CT, or how fast the spell goes off, or ability, of the jumps. So jump 6 means I've got CT4, I get 24 ticks or so, roughly a turn. Hang time probably a max of 3 or 4 turns, depending on how it all works out. That's a pretty fast jump. Over here we've got Lancer the Lancer, straight up Dragon Whisper. You can only have 2 copies of any item skill or side ability. He uses draw out, so he's got Masamune for the health regen and the haste. He can do that to 2 people, himself and 1 other. He's got the Barbuda and the Carbini Mill for more power. Germanus Boots for a bit more move. Lancers are a little bit sluggish in the move department, but those Germanus Boots make them just a little bit better. He's also now immune to stop. That's something that just got changed. If he gets hit by someone, he's got Meat Bone Slash. I do not know why 2 hands is not 2-handing the Dragon Whisper. Maybe Dragon Whisper is not 2-handable. That would be my bad for not reading the patch notes. Now, we have a master guide on FFT Arena. Mistakes get made all the time by people. I am going to the website right now and I'll figure that out, but as we're doing that, I'm gonna keep going over. Paladin's got Chaos Blade. He's a 55-55 unit, meaning that His brave and his faith are there, so he does some damage and he does some healing. Now, all I did was give him chivalry. I gave him a bunch of chivalry abilities like Southern Cross, a few others, Diamond Armor, Diamond Helmet, Diamond Armor for their staffs immunities. And we'll go look at those. Chaos Blade, let's talk about that one. High damage, big sword, nice weapon evasion. Also cancels haste, HP regen, protect, reflect, re-raise, and shell. Basically, this is let me disable all of your nice buffs every time he hits you. That's awesome. Immune to Don't Act gives you float and re-raise for Diamond Helmet. That's nice. That keeps you going. Immune to Berserk, Don't Move, and HP Poison. Again, keeps you going. Still weak to, I want to say Charm though. Immune to Oil and Slow. So this Paladin, unless he gets stopped, cannot be hindered by the Don't Act, Don't Move grouping slow. He will constantly be moving forward, hopefully. Absorbing Earth is nice, especially for Earth-based teams. Those are probably everyone's favorite elemental absorb and do a bunch of damage teams because there is such an accessibility of Earth. We'll talk more about elemental teams later. So let's go back into him. Let's look at what I gave him for Chivalry. Gave him Nurse, Transfusion, Iron Will, Re-Raise, and Southern Cross. So I gave him one solid damage ability that will not hit himself, unlike Grand Cross. Re-Raise to bring people back up, Iron Will to protect himself, Transfusion to heal the team, and Nurse to heal himself. Paladin's fairly self-sufficient. The Atmosquire, I really screwed up here. Another 55-55 guy. The problem with the Atmosquire is I focused solely on speed, and I did not focus on buffing that Atma Bow. Atma Bow is a new item. Let's go look at that one. It does PA times weapon power 8. Okay, so it's a relatively weak item. However, it has this wonderful little ability on 33% chance it casts your max damage, your max MP as damage. So it's an extra 62 points of damage coming off the Squire, right? That's pretty low. I could have gave the Squire Robe of Lords and bumped him an extra 115 MP, or I could have given the Squire Golden Hairpin for a nice boost in MP. I could have done a lot of things to up the Squire's MP, and I failed to do so. So he's got some snipe skills that he's probably going to use over the Atma Bow just because it's not going to do a whole lot of damage whether it procs or not. Has teleport for a little bit of mobility. This Bard, Fairy Heart for the charm, luck up to proc that charm, and then a bunch of talk skills. I did not give him any sing. I didn't feel like it would help him that much. So there's Fairy Heart, 33% on charm. Good stats coming off the Bard, and then a bunch of speed to help him get into hitting position. The Yin Yang Oracle also has white magic. That's why she's Yin Yang and white. She's got the Whale Whisker because I couldn't find a better item for her. She's got Piety, Magic Defense up to take incoming magic, and move MP up to keep that move going. Also, she's immune to a lot of elements or halves them. Mostly having them actually. Flash Hat is Earth, Water, and Wind. White Robe is Fire, Ice, and Lightning, all half. So anytime she's hit with any one of those 6 elements, she's having it. Magic Ring makes her absorb wholly. The only element that hits her straight up is Dark, which actually could be a bit of a problem considering how we reworked Dark Holy's formula to work off of your Brave. So her Brave is 40. Meaning if someone else with another Brave 40 comes by and smacks our Dark Holy, it's going to do full damage as if it was Holy through the magic defense. So it's probably going to kill her anyway. But something we're thinking about. Alright, let's look at Snipe and Steal. Again, he's got an Atma Bow. His Atma Bow, terrible. Even worse than that Squire. He's only got 19 MP. I really have no idea what I was thinking with these teams. I was just throwing a bunch of them together. So you get to see some bad ideas and maybe create your own. Ignore Height is a nice movement though. Ignore Height lets monks get into position over medium and large maps. It lets archers get into position. Helps your thieves and classes with a lot of movement. I love Ignore Height with Germanus boots because you're immune to stop. This is our Time Mage and Summoner. I would love to remember what I gave her. She's got the Golden Hairpin to boost Holy, so she's probably got some Holy skill running around somewhere in there. Or Dark. Probably Dimmy, actually. Gave her Golden Hairpin? I want to say I gave her Dimmy. Haste, Slow, Stop, Sinkhole. No Dimmy. What was I thinking? Moogle, Salamander, Fang. Oh, I did it to boost Odin. Odin is a wonderful summon. I'm not talking about all this stuff, by the way. This is just a lot of stuff I'm throwing at you. Just having some fun here. Breaking down some stuff. We're looking at Odin. My bad. So Odin, Dark Element. That's nice. FM damage is based off of faith using magic attack times 9. That's a decent hit for its AoE and its smart targeting. It will not hit your allies. All summons are smart targeting. 20% chance, add dead. That's awesome. That means that Odin just comes through, blazes the field, drops everyone, goes on. I was looking up Dragon Whisper real quick to see if that Lancer should be benefiting from 2 hands or not. And scrolling through the guide real quick, guys. Sorry. Equipment, weapons. And you can always find the Master Guide. The Master Guide is probably your best friend. If you see something wrong, like something not lining up right, anything like that. Alright, and I made the mistake. Dragon Whisper is marked no 2 hands in the Master Guide. So, if I wanted to make use of 2 hands better, I would have taken Demon Spear for the Drain and the Dark Elemental, and maybe boosted Dark Elemental as well. I could have taken Ethereal Spear, which does MP damage, but coming off the jump it will do physical damage when you hit with a jump. Or I could have had fun with Javelin, no. Vaulting Lance. Vaulting Lance could have put this Lancer up to 7 jump. It has 9 damage. It has a 20 weapon evade. That's awesome. And Vaulting Lance would have been hitting just as hard as this Dragon Whisker with 2 hands. Almost, anyway. And he would have had the extra 2 points of jump. So, going forward, I'll probably rework this guy. Going forward, if you want to use a concept like this, 2 hands on your Lancer lets you skip the shield and go straight for more damage. Alright, so in Arena, we typically use a long, short, medium, or short, medium, or a short, long, medium mix of matches. You play the best 2 out of 3, so if one team takes 2 of them, you skip the 3rd match. Now, I'm going to play all 3. Let me make sure my save state is set up, so we can come right back to here. And we're going to try one of my favorite long matches, the Colliery Underground Floor 2. And we'll see what these teams do, and I'll talk about them a little bit. I didn't go into too deep on the stats or anything yet. I'm going to pick specific teams for that on later videos. This is just sort of an introduction and explanation. Things to note, the AI likes to prioritize things like haste spells. You might see Squires with Yell hasting a whole team before they get around to doing anything. Thieves with Quickening will probably haste themselves if they come up from dead. Thieves almost always open with Quickening if they've got it. And that green aura is not poison. Oh, there's a jump. That green aura is MP Regen, which may or may not get renamed. We were discussing that on the forum. So if you have an opinion, please let us know. Alright, and there's Piety. Piety adds Faith. Faith allows you 100% to your faith. Your faith is calculated at 100, I mean. Alright, so there's a Berserk and then a heal from the Squire. AI likes to prioritize removing statuses over leaving them, especially statuses like Berserk. There's Asura. Asura is a PA-based draw out. Asura is the only PA-based draw out, to my knowledge. Oh, here comes that Odin. Good damage all around. And Chakra to peel most of it away. Now, none of these are particularly strong at what they do. They're just all-rounders. Oop, Amapo proc might have finished her off. Blackmail try to shut him down. Nope. Ooh, head break. There goes that crystal helmet. They can now be don't acted. Oh, there went the re-raise. Diamond helmet, my bad. Oh, nope, I'm sorry. Amabo proc to kill, nice. All that jazz was on the Paladin. Ooh, that would have been a nice charm too. Transfusion from the Paladin to heal him. The Paladin is a lot slower than the rest of the teams. So that's why he's waiting way in the back. Another serve because it auto hits. There's a fairy to pick up. Oracle. Amabo proc to bring her back down. Nice. 50% chance on those Amabo procs with luck up. I think it's actually 49, it rounds down. But they're doing some good damage with those lances. That thief, the real big downside with fast teams is that they tend to crystal quickly unless everyone's moving quickly. And what I mean by that is you can't pick them up fast enough. If you got an 8-speed paladin and a 12-speed thief going down, you've got to pick up that thief. Ooh, and the charm lands. That's going to be nice. That might give them the breathing room they need to survive, actually. Charm's a real finicky thing with the AI, as far as removing charm. Unless you've got a... Ooh, guarded that. Nice. That Chaos Blade was going to bring her down. Yeah, see, there's the Atmabo proc, and just 140 damage to remove that charm. And then you charm him again to drop him with the Fairy Harp. Ooh! Fast jump. 240 damage. That's a nice jump. Now, I had to sacrifice a lot of other advantages to get that on that monk, though. That is the thing. Is it's not easy now. I can't just throw an accessory and the vaulting lance on him to make him awesome. Now, Southern Cross, it's got hit for a lot of damage. Yep, all enough. And that just leaves... Ooh, the Bard. And the Bard goes down. So that's match 1 to the jump team. Alright, we played a large map. So let's go look for a small one that we like. I like a lot of these maps. Inside St. Maron's Temple sounds good. Well, this is a little bit bigger on the small map side, in my opinion. You've got the chairs. Love the chairs. Again, I have assumed you have beat the main story of Final Fantasy Tactics. So anytime something intriguing happens in the story, I might mention it. Like in here, this is where we find Funeral after he's been stabbed by the Lucavi Knights, Knights Templar, and he is crawling away, and Ramza finds him and locates the entrance to Muron Death City through Funeral. Alright, so Nurse Paladins typically open with Nurse. Ooh, Lich. Lich does percent HP damage. So when it hits hard. Lich is great for a low faith summoner. If you're just using the summoner for Carbuncle, ooh, nice Atmabo proc. If you're just using your summoner for, say, short charge and a low faith build, and you want to just do percent health, you can work it off of Demis. Bios would be fun. Not as strong. Yeah, no, just stick with Demis and Lich. Sylph can add Don't Act. Damage split is great on tanks because you get some of your health back and you do some of that damage back. Nice. I built both these teams so I can root for whoever I want. That is one advantage there. When you're doing commentating, you should really probably pick a team, or, you know, not and be impartial. Yeah. I did not build either of these teams with a particular strategy or synergy in mind. I just went for some unique abilities, and I really wanted to try a few things like that Charm Harp. like the charm off the fairy harp is really cool. I'm really hoping I can get some love there. That crit chaos blade just dropped the bard. I'd really love to see harps and cloths on other units than just bards and dancers. I might be the only person in the world who wants that, but I do think it'd be pretty cool. As long as it was still ginger locked. So Piety's there to make sure she lands her abilities. However, she's got white mage abilities. Yeah. I just don't know how to make these teams effective. Alright, jump team 1 again. I doubt they do any better on a longer map, but I have to try. We have to try medium because I said I was going to, and I'm just curious. I don't know why this is named Igros Castle Citadel. I believe, yes, is this scene. So how is this a citadel? I don't know. This is probably the moat system, in all honesty. I would have loved to have fought a battle here in the storyline, and we'll definitely be using it for a battle if I ever get around to my patch I want to do. This just looks freaking awesome. And the AI is at least smart enough to lay down haste to know that she can get into it. Alright, so there goes our paladin, doing his nurse thing. Yeah, and the damage is so pitiful on that Atma bow. I'm just glad that the thief is sitting there, attempting to use those aim skills. That's probably another haste. Yep. The bar's even faster. Ooh, those spears. No charm. Monk's immune to charm. Wouldn't matter. Atma bow proc for the kill. Now there's a way to really pump up the damage on your crossbows by boosting your PA and utilizing that 8 weapon power, and then throwing a ton of MP on that squire. Now that squire is charmed. This actually works well. We may take off charm with Lich there. Yeah. But that's okay. Oof. That thief just... bad day for that thief. Transfusion to pick the squire back up. And transfusion works off of the paladin's health, so the higher you can get his health, the better. Maximilian Grandhelm Paladin with Unyielding can probably do a great deal of healing with transfusion and nurse. Darvon, that is a talk skill on a high speed unit that can really turn a game around. Not everyone takes sleep protection. It's not super easy to get as far as the particular statuses you want to guard against. There are better groupings of statuses to guard against with the current items on the market. Atma bow proc. I mean, he's doing a solid 116. And now all he's going to do is 116. With that Berserk, he's going to do a little bit of increased physical damage, and all he's going to do is shoot people with that bow. Now, why did that work? Sometimes the terrain's a little funky, and there should have been some intervening terrain, i.e. Oracle blocking that Time Mage from taking that spear shot, but because she was on a higher tile, she still got hit. And he has float, so I'm assuming that's why. Now Berserk is going to get this squire killed. Should have gone for the strings. Harp shot would have killed him, but it didn't. Stigma magic to pull off the sleep. Nice. Jump to the monk. He's Berserk, so all he's going to do is attempt to make shots, and he's not even going to intelligently attempt to make shots. The AI is just that dumb. Ooh. And if that had landed, that would have been great, but now it's probably going to get the Bard killed. That looks like, ooh, Sylph, there we go. Don't act, don't move procs would be awesome. Nothing. It's only 20%. With luck up, it'd be 30. I'm really considering a luck up summoner. I think luck up summon magic would be pretty cool. Southern Cross, but it's blocked. No, the block animation. Blocked by the harp. Love how you can just block explosions with harp. Ooh, crit shot. Took him down. Donak probably just saved the Bard for the turn, but I don't think it's going to keep him alive. Crossbow? Nope. Because the Squire just keeps getting the terrible positioning. That Berserk has done more good for that Bard than anyone else. Southern Cross drops the Time Mage. Jump's gonna kill that Oracle really quickly. And there we go. Bard's dead. Great distraction. Not enough. They're just gonna bring her right back down. He's gonna walk up beside her and smack her. Missed. That's cute. Because Time Mages get shields, now they are probably one of the more defensive casters. Oracles get more health, but Time Mages having shields give them that nice bit of evasion. You can even take, I believe the reaction ability Caution has been reworked. Instead of applying defending like it did in vanilla, it lets you maintain your evasion while you are charging spells. Now, me personally, I just take short charge, and get my spells off faster, and pray to God that in the 2 or 3 turns, instead of the 5 or 6 it takes to get a summon off, like right there, I still have my evasion. Also, we reworked Berserk so that you still get your evasion and your reaction abilities. I believe in vanilla you didn't get either. I could be wrong though. Someone feel free to correct me. It's been a very long time since I played vanilla. Alright, thank you for watching. It was fun recording this intro video. Whatever you guys would like to see next is what I'm going to do. Please post comments below on the YouTube or over on the FF Tactics channel. That's it for our little status versus jump team. Want to show off the Atma Bow, the Fairy Harp with Buck Up, which kind of did its job, and the jump mechanics, and putting, of course, this slightly new meta of jumping monks. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you had a lot of fun, and I'll see you around on the forums. Have